to? Hello there, congratulations. You've just found the second chapter of Scottish Power 2. So let me just explain a bit of what's going on that's new. Right, well at this stage I was still banned from the industry altogether. Though I was still being allowed to run a team and still got deals from my mate Trevor. I was in the process of building my amazing sales force, though I'd had to sack that mushroom boy and Frankie the Wonder Horse. I then persuaded my old pal Jason, who was Southern Electric's main recruiter, to recruit for me for extra cash, which he could then stiff up his big hooter. Because despite his coke addiction, he's very good at what he does. He made every Thursday interview day, which was somewhat of a buzz, especially when I interviewed a sexy girl called Smeth. I instantly had one thing in mind, and that thing began with F. I knew she'd be my downfall as soon as I offered her the job. I no longer used my brain to think and began thinking with my knob. Managing now came second best to being with Smeth and getting wasted, because to fuck her would be sweeter than any pussy I had tasted. Smeth, I think I love you. You are funny and you're pretty. But you've got a fella and a kid, which is a fucking pity. However, I wasn't doing much managing, so my Aussie boss rang me a lot, wanting to always fucking know how many deals my team had got. G'day, mate. What's going on? There's only been 3 fucking deals reported. Are your team even at work today? I'll suggest you get this fucking sorted. See, the problem was I had a sales team that I really should have been looking after. But as if I weren't fucking up enough, I did something even dafter. I employed another 3 sales reps, Mark, Chris and fucking Muffet. They asked if this was a good place to work, so I decided I would bluff it. And I sent them all on a training course, each one a new recruit. Mark was a twat, Chris was sound, and Muffet was quite cute. Chris. I employed a guy called Christopher, so he too is on the list. I don't remember his interview, because I interviewed him pissed. Mark too. I employed a fucking guy called Mark, and I can tell you for a fact, the only moment I enjoyed with him was saying, "Fuck off, Mark, you're sacked." Smith I'd given up on. She had a daughter and a geezer, but Muffet was a dirty hoe, and I found it fun to tease her. So she then got invited to Global Gathering with me, her boss. Smith had decided not to go, which was her smeffing loss. The day of Global Gathering, which was a big rave festival, was an awful lot of fun. I fed Muffet loads of ecstasy, and, well, she got a muddy bum, because it was a fucking mud fest. I can assure you guys of that. We even got mud in the hire car that was hired out by little Matt. And Muffet looked completely fucked when we dropped her at her home. She was covered head to toe in mud, and in her hair stuck out a comb, and a pair of sunglasses that had got caught up in her barnet. She'd aged about 30 years and looked kinda like Alf Garnett. Now back to Scottish Power, where Trevor the goddamn fool put me in a difficult position and said, "Hey, employ my buddy Paul." But see, Paul had spent half his life in prison and he'd now be working for me. Little did I actually know how fucking funny that would be.